Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. Yesterday was an amazing day. It was a 5-1 day, so we only had one loss in the NHL. The other ones were 5 wins. I'm going to show you those receipts, but first, I'm going to tell you I have a very strong parlay in the NBA for tonight. So there is a lot of stuff going on for the NBA for today. It's after the Cup, so there's teams readjusting and stuff like that. So be careful with that. But I do have two very strong plays that are inside one parlay. Stay tuned for that. Let me show you the receipts, and then I'll get right into the play. If you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe. I gave away one strong pick yesterday, and that hit very easily. I'm going to show you the receipt for that. You would have got that if you had the free picks, and the link is in the description for the free picks. All right, so here's the pick that I gave away yesterday. I explained every detail of this game and why, all the injuries, everything like that, and that hit very easily. You can see we had it at under 236.5. Then they only scored 226, so we had 10 points to play with. I actually parlayed that same game but instead of 236, I upped it to 248 on the under, and then I also like the Cavaliers and the Bulls on the under. You can see both of these hit very easily as well. And then I did mention that I didn't trust the Bulls to cover the spread, but they ended up winning the game straight up by 16 points. I didn't take too much close attention to it. I did say that the Bulls were looking very good at the plus 5.5. That's why I only threw $5 on it. But you can see they ended up winning the game straight up. This is another points, rebounds, and assists. These are the player props that we have, along with the shots on goal. And then we had the Hurricanes to win. They ended up winning 4-1. The only one that lost was the Jets from hockey. So they ended up losing. 5-1 day was still a very strong, profitable day. Again, I'm going to give you guys one very strong play in the NBA. All right, so the first tool I love to look at every morning at 6 a.m. You can see this got updated at 6 a.m. This actually updates 3 times per day. It's the Sharp Edge tool, but it's called the line move tool inside the Sharp Edge. So let me give you an example here. These are the teams that popped up immediately. The Knicks and the Pacers on the under. And then you can see it tells you it's a nuclear play, 232 on the under. The Clippers also under 228. And the reason this actually looks very strong is because the line started at a 232 and it's currently at a 224. So what that tells you here is that the line moved 8.5 points. Same thing over here. The Clippers started at 228, currently at a 220. That's an 8-point line move. So from here, there's other strong plays. I'm not going to look into those right now. I'm looking at these two strong plays right here. And then I want to go deeper into those games. Once I go deeper into these games, you can see right here, the Knicks and the Pacers, the projected scores is 116 for the Knicks, 113 for the Pacers. If you do the math there, it's 229. However, if we go back over here again, you can see the line it started at a 232. It's currently at a 224. The projections are actually lower than the opening line of 232 at a 229 right here. Also, you can see that a much clearer picture here. Started at a 232. It's currently at a 225. 90% of the bets and 90% of the money is coming in on the over. So this is called a reverse line move. It's a very strong move at 8.5 points. Now we look a little deeper here, and the Knicks just won the Cup, so they're probably exhausted, tired. Pacers are a little bit more rested. However, Pacers have a horrible record. You can see it's right here, 6-20. They've only won 6 games, so that means they score very little. Also, you look over here, the Knicks, they have a lot of injuries. Josh Hart, Anunoby, and Towns, they're all questionable. So that's going to affect their scoring as well. If you look down here, may not play. They have Karl Anthony Towns, McBride, and Shamet. All of these guys are questionable and out. So they have a lot of injuries. Also, if you look over here on the right, there's also some more players that are out on the Pacers side as well. So there's a lot of injuries in this game, and that actually helps the under. Now, before I continue, guys, I'm going to give you one more. I'm actually going to give you the other leg. So I'm going to give you the exact bet slip of exactly what I'm playing. That was the first game, and I'm going to tell you exactly what line I bought it up to, and I parlayed it with another game. Before I do that, please make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so. Check out the free picks. The link is in the description. Also, check out the VIP if you haven't done so, and the Discord. If you want access to the Sharp Edge tool, the one I'm showing you here, and you get all these plays every day, make sure you check that out. It's 14 days for free. Link is in the description. All right, now if we look on this game again, let's go back over here. And you can see the Clippers and the Thunder, they started at a 228. They're currently at a 220. So that line dropped 8 points. Okay, now let's go back into this game. And you can see the projections are actually 222, which is much lower than the opening line. Again, we go into 228 over here, and it's all the way down to 220. Again, this is a reverse line move. 94% of the bets, 95% of the money is coming in on the over. So that's a reverse line move. We can also see they have somewhat of decent defense, especially OKC. They only allow other teams to score 104 points. These guys allow 117 points. Even with those, that's still under 222 projected score. So the parlay I'm going to hook you guys up with is going to be the under 232 points for the Thunder and the Clippers. I bought the number up on the under. So 232 on the under for the Clippers and the Thunder. And then the Knicks and the Pacers is under 237. I'll put that up on the screen exactly what that is. And then you guys can parlay those together. Thank you so much, guys. We've already crossed 2,500 subscribers. Let's get to 3,000. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so. A lot of people think they're actually subscribed, but they're not. Take that extra second, click on subscribe, and click the notification bell. Thank you so much. Let's have a great day. Yesterday, I gave you guys a free pick that hit. And the other weeks, you look at my previous videos, I've been giving a lot of free picks that have been hitting. So let's continue. Thank you so much.